So the life path report for 36-9. So 9 is integrity and wisdom. 6 is vision and acceptance. And 3 is expression and sensitivity. So those on the 36-9 life path are here to work through issues of emotional honesty, perfectionist ideals, and self-doubt as they learn to live in accord with the wisdom of their heart, thereby serving as an example of integrity in their daily life. Since what we're here to do doesn't come easily, 36-9s face significant hurdles on their path, and it may take years to learn how to honor and value their own feelings over perfectionistic ideals or others' opinions. A major challenge is finding out what they really feel in contrast to what others think the way they should feel. So even though 36-9s share the same life purpose as other 9s, the 3 and the 6 create a considerably different life path from the life paths of others with 9s. The perfectionism of 6 influences and intensifies the innate self-doubt of these sensitive and refined individuals. Because 36-9s tend to measure themselves against ideal standards, the idea that they are here to live with the highest integrity may seem impossible or overwhelming, especially since 36-9s interpret this to mean perfect integrity, rather than simply following the message of their own heart. The 3 and the 6 reinforce 36-9's strong sensitivity to criticism, since they are already vulnerable to others' opinions. Given the idealistic standards to which they compare themselves, many 36-9s feel periodically disheartened or discouraged, sometimes giving up even before they begin. They may wear a mask of assurance, but for this confidence to stabilize, they have to balance the tendency to swing from manic overconfidence into doubt and depression by recognizing this as a challenge associated with their life path. It's a hurdle they're here to overcome. By applying the law of action, they learn to acknowledge self-doubt and then move through it. Most 36-9s feel an unsure sense of their own center or identity. They search not only for how they feel, but for who they are, because of the combined hurdles of self-doubt, perfectionism, and uncertain identity. 36-9s are highly prone to defining themselves and their worth in relation to others' opinions and expectations, looking for confirmation that they are behaving in the most ideal possible way or being the kind of person who gains others' approval. Those working 36-9 are here to expand their vision to see what our deepest intuitions may sometimes guide us to make mistakes, so that we can learn important, even life-changing lessons. Difficulties due to a certain choice do not necessarily mean that the choice was wrong, that they are off course, or that they can't trust their feelings. At the same time, 36-9s do need to submit their life to a higher authority, to the wisdom based upon their heartfelt connection to spiritual laws, so they can exemplify the integrity they were born to live. Since 36 nines aim for an ideal rather than for what is real for them, the law of intuition can help them reconnect with the wisest and most loving guide they can find for their own life, their inner wisdom. Once 36 nines accept themselves and others as they are, they open themselves to the central challenge of their life, the wisdom to love and to live as an inspiring example to others. Inspiration does not require you to be a hero or to find fame, but rather living an ordinary life based on higher laws found in the heart, rather than on mental ideas or a physical impulse. Most 36 nines eventually face situations that reflect to them the need to reconnect with their own needs and desires. As already noted, this represents a major challenge for 36 nines because of the powerful influence of perfectionism and imposing ideal over authentic feelings. Ask 36 nines how they feel, and they most likely answer with their idealized image of what a good, kind, caring, conscientious, brave, upbeat person would or should feel before they know themselves or be themselves. 36 nines have to connect with and accept how they truly feel. Then they can be honest with others because they have learned to be honest with themselves, a principle addressed by the law of honesty. With their highly mental pattern and perfectionism, 36 nines want to get everything just right, whether they're cooking, having sex, or studying for exams. They tend to be high-strung and nervous, and their health is extremely vulnerable to their state of mind and emotions. These individuals place pressure on themselves in any group learning situation. They start out okay, and then they start comparing themselves with others to see how they are doing. Usually they end up comparing themselves to one of the most skillful people in the class. Because of such comparisons and because of their own unrealistic standards, 36 nines chronically feel that they're falling short. Most 36 nines get discouraged and disheartened by their own unreachable standards and judgments, which they often imagine come from other people, until they take a critical leap and discover that they just might be smarter, stronger, and more vulnerable than they had previously recognized. In making this leap, their sense of self-worth rises, and with it, their enthusiasm for life. They begin to strive toward their ideals, rather than feeling like a failure or not reaching them. Until 36 nines connect with their inner wisdom that comprises both their struggle and their birthright, they can tend to be slow to learn the lessons of experience. They end up wondering how they got into their particular situation. When 36 nines make choices without considering consequences, they learn the hard way about the law of cause and effect in the real world. As they learn, they grow wiser, and over time, the seeds of deep wisdom within them start to sprout as they start to see the bigger picture of spiritual law. Most 36 nines avoid metaphysical or spiritual ideas for a time, based on subconscious resonance with and fear of early mystics or innovative thinkers who were persecuted. As 36 nines clear away at least some of their self-doubt and perfectionism, they begin to appreciate and apply their intuitive wisdom. The world becomes a place to explore and understand. They grow curious about the laws of reality and how things actually work. They have the ability to seek and find essential truths, ancient secrets, and deep wisdom. The high vision of 6 energy, the inherent depth and charisma of 9 energy, and the intuitive sensitivity of 3 energy gives 36 nines an exceptional ability to understand hidden or inner wisdom. Contrast and analytical and creative genius of 31-4, Sigmund Freud, the founder of psychoanalysis, with the deep archetypal discoveries of 36-9 Carl Jung, for example. Freud strongly disapproved of Jung's ideas and criticized him. Jung had to overcome extreme self-doubt and honor his own inner wisdom despite his mentor's warnings. Those working 36-9 are here to balance their high vision and ideals with the practical realities of this world, to accept themselves and others, and to share the wisdom with family, friends, or the world at large. But most of all, they're here to align themselves with the spiritual laws revealed through the heart's intuition. The main teaching device of the 36 nines is not their mouth, but their example. Like all nines, they need to remember and embody the words of Gandhi, "My life is my teaching." By living in accordance with their heart and making peace with their vision, they stand tall and step fully into life they were born to live. Working 36 nines in the positive. Having contacted the core of their true rather than idealized needs, desires, and feelings, the inner senses and intuitive wisdom of these individuals are wide open. With a deep acceptance and knowledge of reality, they can see a more perfect vision of self and the world, yet they have to learn to appreciate both as they are now, as perfection in process. They still confront self-doubt, but they have found the courage to walk a straight line past their doubt, going where spirit leads them. Whether their life looks conventional or unconventional, they live by higher laws and ideals and see the depths of higher possibilities of life. They connect to this world through service as they express the internal wisdom they have contacted. When 36 nines are working in the negative, these individuals live to please others. Their expression is blocked as they allow themselves to be defined by others' opinions. Judgmental about themselves and others, they are quick to spot imperfections, but feel hypersensitive to any criticism. High-strung, nervous, and hindered by self-doubt, they play it safe, sticking with the conventional, the routine, and the familiar, since new territory would bring the risk of failure, which would only add to their disappointment in self and the world. Reality never seems to meet their expectations or hopes. In health, no matter what features the refined energy field of most 39s give them, an attractive appearance that people sense rather than see with physical eyes. Cameras, however, pick up on the energy fields, so 36 nines tend to take good pictures, as the example of Bridget Bardot can attest. Combining the sensitivity of 3 energy with the high ideals of 6 energy, 36 nines can get discouraged or depressed easily when they or others don't meet their expectations. Chronic depression can compromise their immune system and open the way for colds, stress headaches, or other depressive symptoms. If working in the negative, 36 nines tend to be high-strung. Sensitive areas include the nervous system, the sexual area, and the abdomen. They are also prone to sore throats and chronic jaw tension if they withhold their feelings. If 36-9s eat food not well suited for their constitution, they are likely to experience digestive problems, skin eruptions, or other feedback. Over time, they learn to align their diet with their expanding knowledge of what's optimal for them. Nutrition offers 36-9s a fundamental adventure for living by example as they learn what happens when they eat or drink what isn't good for them. As 36-9s learn to follow their own instincts, they are likely to gravitate toward fresh, varied diet, and over time eat more of what is good for them and less of what doesn't serve their health and vitality. All 36-9s benefit from a daily exercise routine, whether a brisk walk, strength exercises, or more sophisticated training. Their physical body does need movement, stretching, and deep breathing every day to relieve tension and stay in balance. The kind of exercise they practice is less important than making sure that they do it regularly. A few minutes a day is better than none at all. As in other areas of life, 36-9s can ask themselves whether their exercise habits serve as an example for others. Just seeing someone exercising every day inspires other people. 36-9s need to avoid making idealistic resolutions or schemes they don't carry out, or buying equipment they've never used before. Better to start modestly and give themselves a feeling of success and ease. The principle, a little bit of something is better than a lot of nothing, applies strongly here. Most of all, 36-9s need to exercise patience and experiment with what works best for them. In this way, they learn by experience, and then they can share their life wisdom with others. In relationships, feeling internal pressure to be good and improve and do right. 36-9s have a nervous hyperactivity and may experience trouble sitting still unless they're tired. They are anxious to please others, and their ideas often go straight from their minds to their mouths as they speak rapidly to keep up with the thoughts that come forth. This trait affects their relationships, since people sometimes feel uncomfortable around their high-strung energy and sensitivity. When they stay in touch with their feelings, fewer words are necessary. A major relationship issue for 36-9s involves ideals that block authentic feelings. Because of this, they have a difficult time expressing themselves honestly. Relationships provide a superb opportunity for growth in this area. The relationships of 36-9s are based on lofty standards and can pose a burden for those who they live with. But once 36-9s get past judgments about themselves and others, they open up to a relaxed and accepting relationship. The sexual relationships of 36-9s reflect the issues of their life path: self-doubt, perfectionism, with an emphasis on performance, and for some issues of morality. The more they work their life path in the positive, the more loving, intimate, and pleasurable their sex life becomes. Talents, works, and finances. So those working with 36-9s sometimes live what happens to be a very conventional life, and they may avoid spiritual or physical ideas due to subconscious fears or self-doubt. Beneath their sometimes conventional appearance lies an ocean of intuitive spiritual wisdom. And even though it might be the farthest thing from their mind, at some point they develop an interest in the deeper aspects of life. Even if this doesn't show up on the surface, many in their own way bring fresh insights, perspectives, and information into the world. 36-9s can understand anything and teach it. For example, if they choose to practice body work as a profession, Their practice leads them to new methods and approaches to get better, deeper results. Many fields such as acting, teaching, bodywork, writing, psychotherapy, or business, to name a few, can utilize their charisma, high standards, and expressive energy. Their innate but often hidden wisdom will lead them, despite their own issues and doubts, to make a good living. Their financial problems do not rise from having too little, but from wanting more than they have in order to meet their ideals. Keys to fulfilling your destiny for 36-9s can help you manifest your life purpose by focusing your attention on core issues and by generating specific action to transform key areas of your life. Include: recognize that you have a refined quality and live it. Find the beauty that flows from service to others. Face self-doubt like a warrior. Accept its challenge. Accept what you feel and who you are now as perfect. Reflect on the following questions. Do I allow self-doubt or perfectionism to discourage me? What is perfect about my situation right now? Do I have trouble knowing what I really want or feel? Do I base my decisions on higher principles and integrity? If these questions generate any insights, how might you put these insights into practice? The spiritual laws that are active and that change your life are the universal law of intuition. As you stop monitoring others' opinions, you connect with your heart's wisdom. The law of action. To overcome self-doubt, we need to acknowledge our vulnerability, but act with confidence. The law of perfection. High vision can inspire us, but excellence over time is the best we can achieve. The law of flexibility. Staying flexible, we make the best use of difficulties and changing circumstances. The law of honesty. To be honest with others, we have to be honest with ourselves. Let yourself consider how you might apply these laws into your life.